Hi guys, how's it going? I hope you all are having a great day. And it's the fourth episode of React and Materialize CSS course, and today we'll discuss what is component. So if you can remember, we are done with our project setup, and we also saw what is the how file structure looks like and how project structure looks like, and how you can edit your component. But we don't know yet like what is component, how we can create it, how we can nest it in our project. So we'll see all of that. But before that, first let's start from very beginning, because first is first, what is component? Because without component, React doesn't exist. You have to remember that. So without any further delay, let's talk about what is component. So to understand component, first thing you have to understand what is the difference between a normal website and a React website. Then you will understand why we need component. So first let me show what is the difference between a normal website and a React website. If you use a website, you will see, and in a normal website, when we send a request to the server sends us a response every time. No matter we are searching for index page, contact page, whatever the page we are searching for, we send request to the server. And what server does, server send back a response. And then we can see the web page in our browser. Yeah, I know, I have said that before. You already know that. So as you can see, normal website, every time you search for every time you request for a page, the website will reload. You know the reload, it's reloading. Sometimes we don't have internet and it starts. So what React website does, so let me show you. Inside React website, when you search for the index page, first time it's send request to the server, and server send back a response. But for the second time, suppose first we went to the index page, then we want to go to the contact page. So for the index page, we are sending request and we are getting back a response. But for the contact page, no, we are not sending request to the server. What we are doing, we are sending a request to the React file, and React is watching if it has any file component related to that request. Suppose, so if, as you can see in the slide, we are searching for a contact, like we are trying to go to contact page. So we are requesting contact component, and what React is doing, it's sending us back the component contact, and React DOM rendering that component in our index file. I know I am sounding confusing, but it's not confusing. When you will write the code, you will understand it in a very proper way. But first you have to know that React is sending component. We are not getting any request from the server for the contact page, but for index page, yes, we are getting a response from the server. Oof, that's huge. Okay, so now let's talk about the component. So as you can see in the screen, component makes React application faster with virtual DOM. Yeah, that's right. And what's virtual DOM? We'll come to that later. Don't worry. Of course, in this video. And it's popular for its reusability. Yeah, also we'll see that later. Don't worry, you will understand it. Next, two types of component. I know you already know that, but just let me tell you one more time. Functional component and class component. So when we use functional component and when we use class component, that's the question. So as you can see in the screen, functional component is a UI component. So whenever we are creating any component just for the UI purpose, like user interface, then we'll use functional component. And when we are creating any component for our state, like we want to save our data or our state, we want to change our state dynamically, then we will go with class component. Don't just get confused, just keep that in mind. We use functional component for our user interface, and we use class component whenever we are trying to make any state component. So just keep that in mind, you will understand it later, believe me. Next, let's talk about virtual DOM. So what is virtual DOM? We'll come to that, but as you can see in the screen, we have three things here: website page 1, website page 2, and components. So we have four components: components A, component B, component C, component D. So in page 1, we are using three component A, B, and D, and page 2 we are using D, C, A. So suppose A is a header component, B is a body component, C is a whatever you want that component, and D is a footer component. So in website page 1, we are using header, body, and footer. In page 2, we are also using footer, and we are using C component, and also we are using header at the end. I just like it in that way. So as you can see, we are creating that component just for once, and we are using it in two places, and that's the reusability. You can use anywhere you want, and in one sentence we create components for once and we use it as much as we want and anywhere in our React project. So that's the reusability of components, and it's really beautiful and make our code organized and the website first, I think. So now let's talk about virtual DOM. So suppose this is a component and we want to use this a component in web page 1. So what virtual DOM does, it takes this a component and render it in our web page 1. Yeah, that's it, what it does. But let me tell you an interesting thing here. So whenever you make changes in component A, yeah, what virtual DOM will do, it will take that changes and replace it with the old changes in web page 1. And it will happen so fast that you will not even see that. I mean, it's really fast. So that's what virtual DOM does. It's render our components. It makes our website more faster. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So I think that's it. That's it for this video. In next video, we'll see how we can create our component and how we can nest it in other components. So for that, you have to subscribe and you have to tell me if you like this video or not. Don't worry, I'm just kidding. You will find it in next video and it's already available on YouTube. So check it out and I'll surely see you in next video. Bye.